sleep is more important than having an affair.
So much more important. Are you kidding? Give me that REM. REM before ramming. That's what I want.
Oh, REM before ram. REM
Yeah.
before ram. Sandy B. Sandra Bullock.
Oh.
Sandra Annette Bullock, if you will. That's
wow,
her
we're doing a
full
deep dive
name.
on Sandra Bullock. Great. Didn't know that was a part of today's episode.
Well, so we're going back to 2010, which is like contentious. Like, is it Y2 heyday? Is it too far into the 2000s?
It's all, if we can go into the 90s and we absolutely can, yeah, we're fine.
So on this week in 2010, Sandra Bullock had one of the big celebrity breakups of our time.
Oh,
Now,
Jesse, what's his
Jesse, what's his face? You're damn right about Jesse, what's his face? Jesse James.
Right.
So Sandra Bullock was dating this Jesse James from around 2003. Apparently they met because she took her godson to meet him at West Coast Choppers. So
okay,
Jesse
What is he? I completely forget what he was.
Okay, yeah.
Like, why do we care? Like, why did we ever care what Jesse James does?
Well, this is the thing. This was why it was such a weird breakup, because everyone looked at this couple and they were one of these celebrity couples that everyone was like, those two? Really? That's...
Right.
So, because you look at Sandy and you're like, she's very well-to-do. She's a very classy lady. She's always put together this, that, whatever. And then there's Jesse James, who was famous for being a TV personality and the founder of West Coast Choppers. And they ended up making a reality TV show. You could do this on your channel, Wilko.
Oh, could I? Great.
You could. Monster Garage, it was called.
Oh, I've seen this. Yes.
Yeah. So this is back in the Discovery Channel days where they had some reality TV shows going on. And he also ended up appearing in Tony Hawk's Underground 2, the PlayStation game. So he kind of got a bit famous and I know. He's a bit famous for his bikey thing. He's bikey, right? So he's covered in tattoos, which early 2000s must be a criminal.
Also,
that's how we thought.
Well, that's what Mum thought. So, and also he had the chin beard. Well, it wasn't like a goatee, because a goatee's, or is that a flavor saver? What's goatee is just on the chin?
Yeah, he did have a bit of a flavor saver. But he did go to the chin, but he weirdly didn't really have much moustache.
Right. Okay. Well, I love that. I love when it's a minimal moustache but more chin. Great. What a look.
Yeah. He just like, everyone looked at this couple and were confused. And we've all got a couple like that in our lives, don't we? Like there's always a couple that you look at.
No.
You don't.
No. No.
I don't believe you.
Shut up.
It's me and Bobby, isn't it?
No, you guys look good together. But at first I was like, why is he with her and why is she with him? And then you actually figure out that one of them just needs to do the talking. Oh, he's obsessed with her. But like one of them just does the communicating and the other one just goes, okay. And then you go, oh, that actually works. You can
take your pick who you think that is.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah, because
who's the chatty one?
Yeah, I should be doing a podcast with him.
So this was just one of those couples that everyone looked at and they thought, well, this is super weird, but okay, they seem to be making this work. She ends up bringing him on the red carpets. They're fully a couple and they end up getting married. They even got custody of Jesse's daughter in 2009 from his previous relationship. And they had started a secret adoption process together.
Yep.
Now, we only found out it was secret after all of the drama. So Sandy B had just won the Oscar for The Blind Side.
Wow.
I believe it was her first Oscar as well. And then reports surfaced that Jesse James had cheated on her. multiple women came forward claiming that they'd had affairs, and the most widely reported was with a model. I don't know if you remember Michelle Bombshell McGee.
Oh, let me look up Michelle Bombshell McGee because she sounds like fun. God,
she's a lot of fun. She was very tattooed.
Oh, I remember her.
Face tattoos and everything. Yeah, and so she came out
fun.
and she was really, she was
What's
really
she
on
got
the
on
scene
her
about
head?
how she was another woman. What does it say on her forehead?
Something or sinners. I can't quite tell. Something or sinners.
It's a choice.
Oh, pray for sinners. That's on her forehead.
Pray for sinners.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
She's getting the holy message out there.
Great.
So apparently, so a bunch of women were coming forward, and Michelle was really out there being very. I remember Michelle
Same.
on the telly, like talking about being the other woman from this relationship, which I found so bizarre because it was almost like she was bragging about being the mistress to Jesse James.
Like, so did she
and it
know
felt
that she
very
was the mistress?
fame-worry.
Because I think if you know that you're the mistress, then you're equally culpable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that it's all the woman's fault. Like, I'm saying he's disgusting.
No.
But also, if you know that person's in a relationship and you're like both being duplicitous, like that's fucked. So why are you going around
You're in the wrong as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree. And she knew that she was the mistress because everyone knew he was married.
Right.
Like, it's not like it was a secret. This is a huge Hollywood couple. It's not like, someone that you work with at the office who's having an affair with someone else in the office and they've managed to just convince them that they're not married or anything. This is Sandra freaking Bullock. Everyone knew that they were married. So Bombshell McGee, she knew. The affairs allegedly were happening while Sandra would work away, which of course would happen a lot. This is a huge point in her career, and oftentimes when these actors work, they're away for a few months at a time. So at least 4 women came out and claimed relationships with him.
Wow.
And it was just like overnight, like huge scandal, right? Now, this is a thing that I always found really interesting about Sandra at this time specifically, 2010, right? She pulled out of Blindside, like promotions. She was pulling out of interviews. She was stepping back from the limelight. The reason I find this interesting, I think people would do that now, but in 2010, people didn't do that. No. It was like an expectation on celebrities that even if you were going through like the worst moment of your life, you're having a public fallout with your husband who has been cheating on with you with multiple women, it was still expected that you would go and do the promotional tour. Like it was still expected that you would be on the interviews and you would be doing this and that. But she pulled out of everything. And I think that was like amazing that she did that, for one. And for two, quite shocking for how we treated celebrities back then, which I feel like we've come at least a little bit further.
A little bit.
Humanity with that. A little bit. So he admits it. March 18, not long after, he admits it. He issued a public apology, took responsibility and said, yeah, I did cheat on my wife. Just fully outright said it, which is another crazy one because for a lot of these people who cheat, they don't say anything. They just like David Beckham. They just either
and
get on
it's a
with
thing.
it.
But maybe he thought that there was
thing.
no way of repairing this. So if it's multiple women, how also who has the time? Like who has the time
Seriously,
to have?
Who has the time?
You had
Multiple
kids.
people on the side.
Kids.
He had kids. He's got this job. He's got a job. He's got a wife.
Yeah. He obviously loves getting tattoos. That takes a long time. And
that takes time.
And he is out there with multiple different women with the Bombshell. And here's the thing: is it just like sleeping with them, or is it like having relationships? Because see, if you're just out banging people, that I'm like, sure, whatever. You know, Jesse James could be a 2-minute wonder. So maybe it doesn't take him long at all. But like, you would assume that like if this woman's coming out, this Michelle Bombshell McGee, which I love that her name's Bombshell because she's Michelle and she's Bombshell. You know what I mean? I love it.
And did she choose it herself or did someone give it to her?
Oh, God, I hope she picked it herself. You know what I mean? Because that's very lame. But if they were in a relationship, then it makes sense for her to be a bit like, very clearly the other woman. But if you just banged her a few times, then I'll be like, well, I don't know if that's a relationship.
So I think Michelle's was maybe like in her mind a relationship.
Right.
So I think that's why it was quite a big thing as well, because she was claiming like we have a full-on thing happening.
Right. Well, if it's a relationship,
banging.
how does he have the time? It's not just like
does he have the time?
It's not like a few quickies here and there. Like who? Like if you're like, you'd have to give someone emotional time, right?
Well, this guy, I don't know if he's got a lot of emotions like being given out. Like, do you know what I mean? He's not an empathetic person, obviously.
Okay.
But it does it makes you, to me, I go, okay, you just have to not sleep, I guess. Like you'd just be that busy with all your different affairs.
That's
You're
why,
never sleeping. And for me, sleep is more important than having an affair.
Oh, it's so much more important. Are you kidding? Give me that REM.
I love sleep.
I want REM before ramming. That's what I want.
REM before RAM. RAM before RAM. Put it on a sticker and then put it on your RAM.
Yes.
I
want some good deep sleep before some good deep sex. I'm really sorry.
Yes.
And I know I'm saying that because I'm an older man now officially. But I think that's insane. It's like, you know how we found out, and we've probably spoken about this on the channel before, but we've found out like people that we know, their dad had like whole other families, like whole other secret families. And I am so perplexed at how that happened. Like I'm like, how do you do that? How can you separate them? How can you make time for everybody? Like that's actually insanity to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jesse James ends up checking into rehab later in the month of March 2010. Official reason to deal with personal issues to try and save the marriage, which it did not work. So, like I said, Sandra Bullock cancelled international appearances. She quickly moved out of the home and then publicly withdrew from promotional events. And then the separation was right after the cheating. As soon as she heard about it, she was just like walking away, which again, good on her, because there are just so many people who would be so embarrassed in that situation that they would just go, I'm just going to put on a brave face and like try and pretend that we're working through it. Yeah. She was like, nah, I'm not fucking working through it with you, mate. You are a slob. So then, as it turned out, they had started an adoption process. So Sandra and Jesse had been adopting a baby boy from New Orleans. This is another thing I don't understand about these people, and in this case, this man. Not only are you like married to this woman, and so that was like your way of saying to her, like, I'm committed to you, I'm in this relationship with you, and I'm going to be faithful to you. But then you're also so faithful and committed to her that you're adopting a child with her. But you're fucking around on her. Like, I've never understood that. Those people who are able to do all of these things, like have babies, convince them to have more babies, adopt babies, buy houses, this, that. But then they've got a whole nother life. It's like, it's narcissism or something, right? I don't know.
It's psychology, guys. It's psychology.
I've
said it before.
Guys.
It's psychology.
It's psychology. You wouldn't get it. It's psychology. So Louis had started living with them in January 2010. So he'd been living with Sandra and Jesse, and they were keeping it private, and they were planning to tell everyone until after the Oscars. Right. But then, of course, all this stuff comes out. So she continued on alone, adopted him as a single mum.
Good on her.
And just said, I'm going to do it by myself. And she has obviously done that. And by April, they were filing for divorce, and the legal reason was discord or conflict of personalities, which I absolutely love.
That's a
I thought you could put infidelity.
Yeah. But maybe
like you could just say infidelity.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the divorce was finalized by June in 2010. So it was a quick one. They obviously, maybe because it was infidelity, you can rush it, because I think you've got to be separated for a year normally. But the settlement details were completely sealed and private. So I can only imagine there was some like battles there. That's another thing that's so interesting.
Like, I think if you go and cheat, you don't get anything. That's the rule.
Well,
it's not a legal rule, I think.
Well, no, but I think it is in some people's, like, if you had a
prenup,
like
if you had a prenup, yeah. But if you didn't have a prenup, and a lot of people don't because they go into it going, oh my God, we love each other.
Yeah. But I think that was like, this is a really interesting one about Sandra Bullock in this whole situation as well. She's never said anything bad about this man. Never.
She's not done any interviews or
So she's done interviews, but every time she was sort of asked about it, she always was really careful with how she spoke. She was notably restrained about Jesse James after the divorce, especially compared to how public the scandal was. So she avoided discussing Jesse in most interviews. And when she was asked things, she basically just focused on motherhood and privacy and wanting to make sure Louis was okay.
That's good.
And she just has never really slammed him or anything. She's done the opposite of Lily Allen. And she has
and I
said,
love both ways. I love both ways.
Like, release a banger album or just be very, very quiet, one or the other. So, yeah, she really emphasized that she's just focusing on her son. But Jesse James, on the other hand, he had no problem being a fucking loser.
Right.
I got one of the videos, and he's with Piers Morgan and a couple of losers together. Let's have a watch.
We heard a clip earlier from Sandra saying exactly that she felt that was what you were to her.
She didn't say exactly that.
Pretty much. Said you were the rock.
Yeah, but, she said that same speech at 4 different award shows. You saw 2 of them. So
what's your point?
Who cares?
I don't know. You can take out whatever you get out of it,
You don't think she meant it?
I think she meant it to a certain extent. What does she do for a living?
Movie star. Actor.
Yeah. What?
An actor.
Oh, okay.
Cool. You think it was an act?
I think, that whole, people have to live in that world. And
Are you glad to be out of it?
Man, 100%.
Bullshit.
I just can't.
You loved it.
I just, I don't know. I don't know how I survived in there as long as I did, because it's just like, you're cool, but the rest of those people, I just can't hang with them. I don't know.
Anyway, so he went on and he just basically played the victim. Like he admitted to what he did, but he then did interviews like that where it's like, well, hold on. You're a reality TV star before Sandy came along. You were already chasing fame, mate. You already wanted fame. Don't act like you were so like put out by being next to this famous hot woman who earned loads of money and provided for your lifestyle, of your chopper lifestyle. I'm just going to throw in this, okay, to just wrap this up without I'm not going to say anything else.
No. You're allowed to say
I'm going to say this.
I just, wait 1 second. I just had a quick look at Jesse James because I wanted to get eyes on him now. And he looks...
Oh, he's released books and everything about it. It's just...
Has he? Oh, God. Well, he got remarried in 2013. And then that lasted until 2022.
Well, that was my point that I was going to land on. He's
Right.
on his 5th wife.
Right. Okay.
So let's
maybe we've
just,
figured out
you
who the
know,
problem is.
He's yeah, exactly, and that's all I'm. You do you, Jesse friggin' James, with your weird goatee.
Oh, but is he still rocking it? Is he? Oh, he's still. Oh no, it's kind of the same sort of setup. Yeah, it's just a lot grayer now.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. He's only 56. Why does he read so much older?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he's the CEO
So
of Jesse James
Sandy was older
Firearms
than him.
Unlimited. Just imagine having a business called
course he
Jesse
is.
James Firearms Unlimited.
Jesse James Firearms.
Wow.
Anyway,
he's got a
that
bunch
was
of kids.
the story of Sandra Bullock with Jesse James, and
God,
it
that was such a
so
scandal.
scandalous at the
Yeah.
time. It was huge.
It was so big. Like I don't even remember all the bits and pieces of it until you brought it up. But like the whole time, I just remember it was like every news cycle. It just felt like every day they just kept getting bigger and bigger, and more women kept coming forward. And I just remember he was a douche. I don't even remember his media tour that he was doing just to like present that he's this real bloke, and you know, and Sandra Bullock is obviously this fake thing. And I will say, look, Sandra Bullock does have a touch of the Taylor Swift's about her in regards to like she's very calculated, and I don't say that in a bad way. I say it like she's very focused on like how she presents. She's a businesswoman, her career, but that is her career. So that makes sense that like, you know, if you're going to be out, you have to present a certain way because that's her whole career. That's the whole thing. It's just like when you go to your job, you have to like look presentable when you go to work. This is her fucking work. So that makes sense. But him saying like, I don't hang out the front of the shop, I go out the back. Fuck off. Shut up. Shut up, mate.
Tell that to your reality TV show.
Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense. All right. Y2 Heyday, it's one of our favorite series. And let us know because it's basically from this week and many, many years ago. So you pick a year and find it. So if there's some weeks coming up where you're like, hey, there's something up in March that actually Wilko Courts need to talk about, or maybe in April, or, you know, what comes after April? That month you could also put down. I know it's May. Okay, it was a joke.
It's psychology.
It's psychology,
You wouldn't
guys. You don't
get
get it. Let us know in the comments below. There's plenty more Y2 Heyday. I'll link it here, and we'll see you in the next one.